Welcome to the Pump and Dump channel. I want to do a quick update on Antero Resources and natural gas, and as you can see here, natural gas price just shortly before the open got pounded into the ground. Antero Resources, yeah, it kind of moved up and then it came back down. The thing was, of course, from my modeling, I saw that here it was cheap, it went up to about fair value and then it sold off, and natural gas price it it kept declining here, and it got again down to here at under almost under $4, a cent under $4, and natural gas price is it's down here in the toilet. So at this point I was looking at it 405, and I was considering selling it based upon valuation. It was at fair value. You can see that the natural gas price is down about 5 cents or so from yesterday, and based upon that, according to my criteria, it should be considered as a selling opportunity in case we feel that the natural gas price goes lower. You can see on here, you can see probably at this point in time here where we did this move up, you can see that there seems to be like a support line going across there. I'm not sure whether this is going to hold or going to go down. I don't know. But for me, I'm fine with where we are at now. If you remember, I made a video yesterday, said I bought at 397. I should have, of course, sold up here, but I didn't because the valuation was much higher that I had in my model, and I don't like selling at a discount. Even if I'm proven wrong, I stick with my guns. I prefer to look at the situation exists at this point in time, as you can see here now at this pricing point. Let me just check my model. Gives me a value of about 405, which is 3 cents below what it's trading at now. So this is kind of what I would refer to as selling at a premium to the intrinsic value. This is kind of where it's at. And based upon that, I'm going to have to consider that even though we are at a support line here, it might be the correct move to sell. Of course, not all of my position, just the position I added yesterday, which would give me about a 12-cent gain, and then take commissions off and so on. If I sold it right now, I'd get about that. But the key is, the price is falling, and that is why at this point in time, even though I don't want to, my my model tells me that this is a sell, and that's why I'm selling the 50 shares I accumulated yesterday at 408, because I see the intrinsic value falling faster than the stock price, and based upon that, it is a sell. Now, of course, it's not the most profitable way to trade, but it is a rules-based system that leads to good results over time. It's one thing like holding on to this at 440 or whatever the high was yesterday, and holding on to it at 408 when you can see that the price of the underlying commodity is falling. But what I would expect from here is that based upon what the natural gas price does, the stock will kind of follow suit, and it will probably give a new entry at some point in time. And if that entry does not come, then then it's just a new situation. The key thing is, of course, to stay liquid, not get completely trapped up in a position where you keep adding and you go into the red to average down, hoping for the pullback. Just as a general rule of advice, managing the position, that is very important. I can talk about advice when I'm talking about managing a position, because it has nothing to do with taking on any financial risk. So that's kind of where it's at for today. Disappointed, of course. I could have sold earlier, but I am not someone who really follows the natural gas price that intensely and knows how to forecast it. I mean, I do see these moves before the open, half an hour before the open, that give me the impression that the the stocks are being manipulated by proxy of the traders pushing the natural gas price one way or the other at a certain point in time. So looking at getting back into the trade at 263, I see the fair value at 402, and I would be looking to get in the 90s, 390s, or maybe even the 380s. Based upon the chart, you can say there's a support line here at 395, or somewhere thereabouts. Let's say 392, yeah, something like that, and an upwards resistance in the 430s. Longer term, I'm still bullish on natural gas going forward, but this is kind of where it's at. Sometimes the trade doesn't work out as you hope, and living with that reality is of course a part of the game. So gonna leave it with that. Leave a comment or subscribe, up to you. Have a good day.